चुनने वाले हैं वो सरकार का आय को भी कम करती है। केवल सरकार का आय कम करने की बात नहीं, किसानों को घटिया गुणवत्ता का दवा भी वो देते हैं। तो ये भी एक नमूना किसानों को धोखाबाज करने के। ये हम लोग सभी मिलकर के अगर ठीक से हम लोग इस पर एक्शन ले, सरकार तो मैं तो हमारा मंत्रालय से सीरियसली इसके ऊपर हम लोग सोच रहे, और आप भी उसका सहयोग बने तो निश्चित रूप से इस घटिया दवा बनाने वाले के ऊपर अंकुश 100% हम लोग कर सकते हैं।
Highlight there is climate risk which is impacting our agriculture sector, and again we need to develop sensitization. One of the themes in the report that we released is also sustainability and about climate change. So that's something which is becoming very important, and like what Rajat mentioned, we need to have better investment in R&D. So if you see the percentage of investment done in R&D as a percentage of our GDP, it was only 0.62%, which is substantially lower than, say, if you compare to China, which is 2.7%, or China is 2.06, and US is 2.7% of GDP, and their GDP is also bigger than us. So yes, there is a substantial need for investment in the R&D, which may be from the private as well as public sources. Going next, what's the status of agrochemical industry? Our agrochemical industry is currently at around 44,000 crores, 44,000 crores, which is split equally between domestic as well as export. So around 50% is domestic, around 50% is export, and this export has grown in the last decade, and that's where the Indian agrochemical industry is seeing a lot of growth. This can actually go from this 20,000 to another 20,000, which is going to be 40,000 crores. And I tend to agree with what Raju sir said. We need to have special strategies in order to make India as a global hub for manufacturing. And we'll discuss this when I think Sanjeev from Rallis will be speaking on it. The other thing that we see, the trends, which is very important. Now, the industry is defined by a lot of trends. We can see a digital trend which is being adopted by enterprises, companies. The traditional companies are diverting towards digital acceptance. We are also seeing a lot of farmers accepting apps, the agri-tech innovations. So the penetration of agri-tech has improved in this industry. We can see a trend of D2C, direct to consumers. So that
in a faster mode, and as and when it is possible, they make in a real aggregate. And total sample is tested. Again, the data I have shown individually, and these are the figures there. And some of the accused also convicted also in these things. Whenever there is a serious issue, they are given analyzed also. That is also happening. These are the simple procedures. Procedure is known to everyone, and just these are the procedures how to get the registration for the pesticides. These are the achievements. Just I wanted to show that though there is a delay in registration, why delay? That everyone knows that only the time given for 1 year or 1.5 years starts when the file is complete from all the angles.
Have the R&D here or leverage the R&D done overseas to bring it here. Second element in this whole thing is providing that facilitative ecosystem, and I would like to put a few points around it. One is the regulatory process, which already is under a lot of improvement, but I think we need to get to a level where it is one which is more transparent, which is accountable, and which is delivering on time. So the role of regulator has to become facilitator. So that's two for me, because if the regulator word is basically borrowed from British, so it's almost like a district collector. So it's almost like a controller kind of thing. So instead of controller, it has to be facilitator. Two. Number three element is that we need to develop the ecosystem here which protects the, let's say for example, the intellectual properties of the innovators. Whether the innovator is based out of India or outside does not matter. But if we are able to protect the innovations and the innovator's right on that innovations, that is a crucial element, because the moment that happens, the moment global community knows that there's a foolproof system in India which will neither allow registrations to take place of patented products or not allow patented products to be infringed in the country through whichever means. That will be a big signal for global community to come and invest in India.
The industry is estimated without it, industries paying decline by some $300 million. So these growers aren't worried about the cost of the product, they're certainly worried about quality of the product and how to get the most out of it. The other example I'm going to touch on is maize. It's a breakdown of the cost in New Zealand of growing a maize crop. Without crop protection, yields would decline by some 30%. And what we've shown here is that the crop protection accounts for every 1 cent spent, you get a kilo of dried